Hello, church. Made it to another weekend. I hope the weekend finds you well. We're in Job chapter 31 as our assigned reading for today. And in Job 31, Job reminds us that he has maintained an acute sense of justice and what is right. He gives us a very popular verse from Job 31 in verse 1, where he says, I've made a covenant with my eyes that I will not look upon a young woman. There's even a website that's been developed called Covenant Eyes to help men with battles against pornography and making sure that we're looking at the right things and thinking the right things. But down through the chapter, we have Job again, just a tremendous sense of justice. He says, if I have looked on a young woman, if I've looked, in my neighbor's house, he said, then let my wife grind for another. He had this sense of justice and marital fidelity, where he said, if I've been unfaithful, even in my thoughts and my lusts, he said, let me give up the fidelity of my own wife. A little bit later, he says, if I've ever raised my hand against another, he said, then let my arm be ripped from the socket. Job is using clear and vivid language to remind us and to point out to us that he has maintained integrity, that he's willing to stand accountable for any restitution or any judgment, any condemnation that is deserved. But his argument is that he doesn't deserve anything like what he has been suffering. So it's a great reminder for us of just the importance of justice, of even following the golden rule, treating others the way that we want to be treated. Well, that's what we find in chapter 31. As we go into chapter 32, we get down to the end of chapter 31. The Bible says, and then this was all that Job had to say. Job ceased from talking at the end of these statements that conclude in chapter 31. As we begin chapter 32, we're going to see a new character introduced to the book of Job. His name is Elihu. Elihu seems much younger than the others, and he kind of gets up there and blasts everybody, blasts Job, blasts all three of Job's friends. And as a young man, he may have done better to just maintain his silence, but he has something to say, and ultimately God is going to have something to say. He's going to summarize all of this, and we're going to see the summary of the book of Job. And we'll see this in the next 10 days. See God wrapping up the message of Job for us and bringing justice. Chapter 31 is very much about justice. Well, God brings justice to Job in his life because he has endured patiently. God has reward built up for him. Hey, let me mention the chicken wing fundraiser for Kenya. If you would like chicken wings for the big ball game this week, you can comment here in these videos. You can reach out to Brother Butch Motsinger. If you've got his contact information, we've got plenty of wings to get rid of. All the money going toward our Kenya mission trip, $20 a dozen. And again, a good chunk of that goes fully into missions. And so I want to encourage you to support that, and looking forward to dining on some wings Sunday myself. I hope you have a great weekend for His glory, a great Friday. I look forward to sharing another video on Saturday morning, and I hope that you'll be richly, richly blessed. God bless.